boy.
Let's go.
Pittsburgh Steelers fans, thanks for joining us for another Wednesday night episode of the Smash. No, we just left Smash the Gas of the Pump Your Brakes podcast on the Steel Curtain Network and KnoItAllz YouTube channels. I'm your boy Tate in the building with my other two co-hosts, the Triple OG, Shannon White in the building. Shannon, what's happening, man? How you doing today?
Man, I did see Bruce Leroy. Playtime's over, boy. Hey, that got me fired up. I remember watching that movie in the theater, and me and my buddies come out. We were just looking for somebody to whoop. As soon as that movie was over, we was all fired up.
Hey, Shannon,
I love that. That is awesome.
That movie old, bro.
That was old. That's right, but it was good.
I don't
about Vanity. I remember Vanity and those eyes. I mean, her eyes drove everybody crazy back in
Vanity. Vanity was beautiful.
Yeah.
Big G, who you booing already, man? Big G in the building, but y'all just see him if you just watch Smash the Gas. So we won't spend. Hey, I had technical difficulties. You see Big G, like he has some difficulty because his whole orientation and background is different. The background is the same, the angle is different.
Yeah. Thank God for modern technology and Apple.
See, now you want to thank Apple.
Yeah.
Just 3 months ago, you was hating on Apple.
Hey, this is how it works in life. Hey, Shannon, I want to thank you because you turned my boo upside down. You turned my frown into a smile when you got to talking about playtime is over with. This is why I know Shannon is a Yenzi.
Yes.
This is why I know he's a Yenzi because he know about stuff like that. He's a Yenzi. That's what I'm talking about, Shannon. That's what I'm talking about.
Catches bullets with his teeth.
That's what I'm talking about, right. Shannon. That's what I'm talking about.
We got boxing man Big G because it ain't me.
What?
Said you was backstage doing something you could have waited till after the show to do.
Boxing man, you need to stop. Boxing man, you need to stop. You need to stop telling tales out there. Hey, but Shannon, they've been talking about me all. I don't know what the hell I did, but I done pissed a whole bunch of people off, man. You heard me talking about they calling me the light-skinned dude and this, that, and this, and
wait. Let Shannon tell you when you said that on the last show what happened in his house.
It come on. You know, I got the notification that y'all was on. So I was watching it at the beginning, and my wife was watching it sitting eating next to me because she got home late. And you were saying they was calling you the light-skinned dude. And you kept saying that and being a Yens, my wife said, well, now he's LSD. And I said, LSD? She goes, yeah, light-skinned dude. So we was already kind of laughing. Well, then Curb tried to explain something about, remember what they did to some backup quarterback, and he started stuttering and stammering, and he got my wife tickled. She spit corn muffin across the ring. Yeah. So we had a great laugh just at the beginning of y'all's last show.
Man, y'all, they talked, man, I appreciate somebody laughing. They talked about me bad. They called me, they said I'm an idiot. They said I'm a dumbass. They said I was a clown. They said I'm a light-skinned dude and all I do is cry about what the Steelers do and all whatever else. And I don't care nothing about you, Yenzies. I'm telling you right now, I ain't scared of none of you. So don't start none, won't be none. I'm going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. I'm going to tell it. I don't care.
It's like I always told my son growing up, why did you say that? That was mean. Because to me, I love you enough to tell you the truth.
That's facts.
Now, if I'm going to lie to you, I don't call that love. It's easy to lie to somebody and tell them what they want to hear, tickle them behind the ears, and then, you're going about your life. But if you truly love them, you tell them the truth.
Yeah.
And so when we're talking about the Steelers, we're trying to share our truth or how we see it. If not, what are we doing here?
What, Shannon, the thing is that our truth lines up. That's the killer part about it. That's the killer. Our truth be lining up, and people ain't ready to hear it. They ain't ready to hear it. What you have to say, other people's opinions are none of our business. I became a lot happier once I heard that. Yeah, Afton, I agree. But, If they gonna talk about me till the day I die. So I don't care. I'm gonna tell the Yenzies the truth, whether they like it or not.
People that value the truth will respect you for sharing your truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them.
It don't mean you always have to agree, but nobody has respect for somebody that's wishy-washy. It changes like the weather.
Yeah, I ain't no yes man. Get out of here.
I'm getting motion sickness with you moving your screen around.
Dog, I'm trying to get the other computer jumping off. I'm trying to do two things at once. Whenever y'all go ahead, I'm listening.
No, I was just saying, are you guys ready to get into some football, or you still want to keep talking about the different things you guys are talking about? What people said about you?
I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about football, whatever.
Sticks and stones may break your bones, but names will never hurt you, Big G.
Facts.
How'd you feel when you heard that one a long time ago? After I'm sure, and Big G knew it before you, so he shouldn't be thinking about none of this stuff. You know, but yeah, man, we're gonna talk some Steeler football, and we said this last show or a couple shows ago, but it's been said on here before. The Steelers have yet to play a complete game. And because of that, I mean, like, every game we've won has been because of one side of the ball or another, right?
Facts.
I mean, we lost the game. The first game against the Jets, the offense saved us.
What, Shannon?
You went black, the whole screen just was gone.
You lying?
No, it did. Yeah,
you did.
It's gone
you just did again.
It's being diabolical.
But
hey.
That first game, the offense saved us. We scored 32 and beat the Jets, but the defense gave up like 30.
Yep.
The second game, we gave up that drive. Sam Darnold got that third down. We had him deep. Patrick Queen missed that blitz against Seattle. Then we fumbled on special teams, scored him a touchdown. So the defense didn't play well that game. The special teams cost us, and the offense probably was just okay that game, right? Then the third game was against the Patriots. Got 5 turnovers. Short field, was able to get a win. But, that was the defense creating 5 turnovers. Then is that when we went to Ireland for game 4? Yeah.
Yep.
That was to that point. That was the closest game we had to playing a complete game. We just kind of broke down defensively in the late fourth quarter, and the offense still didn't really have a huge output, but they did enough. Then the game after that was the Browns. The Browns hung around too long. We made that game closer. Should have been. We should have skunked the Browns, right? We dropped 5 interceptions. Defense played okay, but they could have had at least 4 interceptions.
Yep.
And so forth and on. After that, we played the Bengals. Offense scored like 32 again, but the defense gave up like 38 or something like that.
Yep.
So they lost on that field goal.
Yeah, okay. But still, they gave up 34 or 35. They gave up too many points.
Yeah.
Offense scored enough to win. Defense cost us.
Mm-hmm.
Then after the Bengals, when we played, we got to win after the Bengals, right? Yeah, we played the Colts.
Yep.
Then that became the closest to a full game that we've played. The defense, but
Wasn't Green Bay in between there?
Yeah, Green Bay was the next game.
Yeah.
And we played a decent half and were terrible in the second half, both offensively and defensively. Then was the game I just brought up, the Colts. We looked good, but offensively, we came out, we took the ball, we came out, we didn't put the drive together. We were 3-and-out, and we decided to take the kickoff, and we're 3-and-out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we had last week against the Chargers, and the defense played decent. I don't blame anything on the defense last week, but the offense just played like big dumpster fire. And here we are, week 10, right? Week 10, week 11.
Yep.
No, it's week 10. Week 11.
Week 11.
We're 5-4. Okay, we've had our bye. We're 5-4, still in first place in the division. And we got to do something. We have to start playing a clean game collectively on all aspects of the game. And Shannon, pick offense or defense?
Offense.
Hold on, we got another somebody just joined us from his computer. Big G, welcome.
Hey man, listen, man. Technology is beautiful, dog. I got about 19 things jumping off over here, man. But I'm back and running, baby. Back and running.
Well, we're happy to have you back. Thank you for joining us, Big G. But Shannon, all right, take the offense though. So what do you see from the offense to play the kind of game we talking about to assist the defense, so we can get this whole complementary football thing down for one game and try and carry it going here forward? What do the offense need to do to carry their weight? What does the offense need to do to carry their weight?
Well, if anybody that's watched my watch Steelers Hangover, knows how I feel about this situation, the coaching staff, the offense and the defense. So I'm going to just talk about it from this one game perspective. Now, this one game ain't going to prove anything. If they come out and they suck and they lose again, it's the same, more of the same. If they come out and they win, it's against a short-handed Bengals team that's not very good. They get out coached, they get outplayed, they get out schemed. It's the same thing every year, and nothing's going to change till they blow it up and start over. And I mean they did not touch the coaching staff, and it has proven to be a huge mistake. Now, as far as what they're going to do about this game in particular, I think they got a huge problem because it looked to me Aaron Rodgers quit. He just quit. He didn't care. He was back to it's everybody's fault. Even though he airmailed easy walk-in touchdown to DK, he overthrew him by 5 yards. He overthrew Jonnu Smith when he was wide open and Jonnu couldn't come down with the ball. He did throw the interception off Calvin Austin's hands. That happens sometimes. But we talk about the defense, and nobody wants to blame the defense, but they dropped 2 touchdowns. 2 interceptions. They dropped them.
Facts.
They
Total
had 2
facts.
easy. The one hit Porter like this and another one right in the hands. If they can't get massive turnovers, the defense can't get off the field. They have to have 5 or 6 turnovers to win. And even when they get those, they don't win by a lot. It's just they beat some bad teams. I think the whole thing against the Colts just beat themselves. Again, 6 turnovers. But I've tried to stick on to just this game. They got to get Aaron Rodgers act like he cares again. Now, I've seen quarterbacks stand in the pocket, stare down the rush, take the big hit to complete the big play. He will not do that. At 41 years old, he turns his back as he's throwing. He bounces it in the ground. And everybody says, look how smart he is. He didn't take a sack. Well, but he also didn't complete a pass either. He is playing super soft. I always said the difference in him and Ben, when you want to talk about all-time greatness, is Ben was the ultimate warrior and the ultimate winner. And Rodgers played in a soft division with a team built around him every year. And he won 1 Super Bowl. And he was the number 1 seed going into the playoffs many times. And he never got to the Super Bowl but 1 time. So he's a great underachiever for a 4-time MVP. And that's why I didn't want the Steelers to sign him. Well, they did. So I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But he checked out last week. He would not take a hit. And you watch his teammates were not happy with him. And as this season goes on, you're going to hear more and more about it. And if they keep losing, we're going to see some Will Howard. There's going to be something different because they're going to have to start thinking about the future, which I think they should have already. But we'll leave it alone. The offensive line, they take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. They're some of it's their fault, but, they've had the injury with Samalu. Broderick Jones hasn't been the answer. How do you fix it now? I don't think you can. It's past the trade deadline. There's no young guy to try to give a chance. You can move Fautano and put somebody else at right tackle. I don't think that's the answer. You're not going to get another wide receiver too, so you're going to have to try to develop Roman Wilson, even though this coaching staff has no idea how to develop anybody. So this might sound really bad, but I would ride Jalen Warren till the wheels come off, because the best offensive player the Steelers have by far is Jalen Warren. And that dude puts in the effort every week. Every run, every time he touches the ball, you get 110%. And then I'll tell you what really made me mad, and I'm going to shut up about the offense right now. But if you watch that terrible decision to throw to Metcalf into double coverage on that 4th down play.
That was Rodgers too, Shannon.
Yes.
Rodgers.
I want you to go back and watch the other 3 receivers that went out on the route. There was no effort. They knew the ball wasn't coming to them, and they didn't even try to sell it. Remember last year when Pickett's half-hearted that route and the ball intercepted in the end zone? And how frustrated I was? That's how I felt on that play. Because go back and watch it. Those 3 guys, they was just out there. They knew it wasn't coming to them. Everybody knew where the ball was going, and they didn't even put the effort in. And Rodgers didn't look nowhere but outside to Metcalf.
But Shannon, I don't think that. So let me say this: I don't think that was the case. This is what I see out of Aaron Rodgers. First, and like you said, I'm gonna start with him, and I'm kicking facts, bro. I'm kicking facts. The facts are that this was the first game Aaron Rodgers looked like he did not want to play professional football anymore. And his team,
he checked out.
Offensive team knew it. They knew it.
Yeah.
They knew it. Okay. So now I'm going full circle to go to that play you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. That was an audible call by him. Okay. When he called, because I watched the all 22 film damn near twice. I watched it a time and a half, all the way through, right? When he called that audible, you could damn near see it on the body language of the entire offensive team, right? Because they were starting to establish the run. And they knew, like, just run the damn ball. We can beat these guys. They knew it. But Rodgers checked out of the pass to the run way too many times against the Chargers. And that wasn't Arthur Smith.
Yeah, but
that wasn't Mike Tomlin,
wasn't it?
But Shannon, I'm telling you, he checked out of the run.
I know, but I'm talking about that play in particular.
Yeah, correct. But he checked out of the play. He checked out of that play.
But he should have never threw, because you see the safety shading that way. They were not going to let Metcalf beat them right there.
That is correct. But Rodgers checked into a whole bunch of bad plays. A whole bunch of bad plays. And on the all 22 film, Aaron Rodgers couldn't have hit the broadside of a barn with a beach ball. He couldn't have done it.
He will not play it. He will not play his feet.
Bro, I'm telling you, there was
everything sells high.
That is correct. There was multiple plays that them wide receivers was running free, man. They was running free, and he wouldn't do it because he wouldn't stand in the pocket and take a hit. And I got into it with Kirby about this. Kirby said, well, he's old and washed, and why can't he take a hit? I said, Joe Flacco, same age as him, he's standing in the pocket and get cracked. Hell, Matt Stafford, damn near 40, he's standing in the pocket and get cracked. Because they want to play football.
But Stafford has been a Warrior his whole career. He played with some terrible Detroit teams, and he stood there and took a beating to get the ball to Calvin Johnson, and the guys they've had down through the years. Yeah. So he gets to LA, the good team. What's he do? He wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco's famous for standing there taking a shot.
Yeah.
He's big, dumb, and stupid, but he can play and he can rip that ball. Rodgers is a small West Coast pretty boy.
Correct.
And he will not stand there and take a bloody nose to complete a pass.
Correct. And that's that. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. And that's the issue. Because sometimes, and when you have an offensive player, especially at the quarterback position, that's forcing the action, right? Like the Steelers started picking up momentum. I'm like, why in the hell do you go away from Jalen Warren? Jalen Warren had 14 carries for 74 yards. Give him the damn ball. They literally
Gainwell got more touches. They got more plays.
No, Gainwell got more plays and he get more touches.
Plays. Yeah.
Gainwell had no carries.
Yeah. But he got more
Warren,
plays. Yeah.
Warren had 14 carries for 74 yards.
And Gainwell don't even block good.
I think part of that 14 for 70 is what he had. Gainwell played more snaps because once they got behind, they had to go to their passing offense. The running game wasn't an option once they was down 2 scores in the third quarter.
Have you ever seen Warren get a check down or a screen and watch him run?
Yeah.
Gainwell can't do what Warren can do.
That is facts.
I had a show earlier, Tate's Takes. I talked about titled "Give Me the Damn Ball," talking about Jaylen Warren. So I went through it all, and Big G, you commented on that show. He need between 20 25 touches.
Yes, facts.
It don't have to be carries. Get him involved in the passing game. He need 20 touches minimum.
At minimum.
Yeah.
Right. And guess what that does? That opens up the passing game. And I'm gonna tell you, the offensive line is further along with run blocking than they are with pass pro. They are further along. They're a bunch of young kids. I'm not making no excuse for them because short brush Broderick Jones can't play in the NFL. He cannot play left tackle. He can't. Right? He's shown it over and over and over again. But what pisses these players off is when they know that they're having some semblance of success and Warren is getting the shine and they see Rodgers start checking out of plays trying to force the ball to DK Metcalf. If I play with Aaron Rodgers, I would cuss Aaron Rodgers out. I'm talking about as soon as we got to the sideline, I cuss him out. I talk about everything about him. I said, you trash. Oh, I can't even say it. I almost got his banned from the FCC. I would say it. I would say it because you can't keep doing that. And listen, I hear people say, that's coaching. No, it ain't. That's Rodgers doing that.
I'm not going to blame just Rodgers. I don't know if I.
No, it's coaching. It's coaching too.
How?
This has been going on for too long.
But Shannon.
It's too long. Nothing's going to change till they change leadership.
Shannon, they're not going to bench Aaron Rodgers.
Somebody asked me Monday night, what if the Steelers had got Sam Darnold? He would suck in Pittsburgh. You know why? Because of coaching.
I don't believe that.
It's not one problem.
I don't believe that.
Players. It's coaches. And it's players. It's schematic. They got to blow it up and start over.
Hold on, Shannon. Hold on. If you want to really tell the truth about it, it's ownership. Let's start there because that's where you start. The Rooneys are cheap. They don't want to pay for no coaches. They won't upgrade the field. The grades come out every year about what's going on in Pittsburgh. We are 25 and down with everything that they rank you in the NFL. It starts with the ownership.
Except the head coach.
Except the head coach. It starts with the ownership. The ownership's responsibility is to hire the coach. The Pittsburgh Steelers ownership.
The players voting.
But hold up. But listen.
The players, because if you don't, everybody likes somebody they go discipline them. The only person that gets punished or disciplined in Pittsburgh is a young guy, a guy who's on the outskirts, who's not a big-time player. He'll get sent in the doghouse. Everybody else is free will.
But Shannon, that starts with the owners. The owner's responsibility is to hire the general manager and the coaches. If the owners are content with what they like to do and how they like to do it, you can't say that's just like me having a child. And if I don't say anything to him and I just keep letting him do and letting him do and letting him do, then he's going to keep doing what he's always done. The ownership's got to fire this up first. It's got to be the owners. Now, trust me, I am not no Mike Tomlin apologist. If we got to blow it up to get rid of him, okay. But the Rooneys then have to take a different approach about how they do football in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, because they did wrong. Did wrong.
I'm 55 years old.
Mm-hmm.
There's been 3 head coaches in my lifetime.
That is
now,
3 in 65 years.
The Steeler Nation is obsessed with legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So the Rooneys are obsessed with legacy because they don't want Steeler Nation mad at them.
Mm-hmm.
So not only do we call people legacy players that ain't never won nothing.
Facts.
And we call them legacy players. No, you ain't. You're a
Facts.
really good player, borderline great player. But you're
Facts.
not a legacy Steeler because
Facts.
legacy Steelers win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, in these coaches, guess what? We're famous. The Steelers are famous for 3 coaches in 50-some years because they're legacy coaches.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is legacy coaches a lot of times become legacy coaches because they have a legacy player. Look what happened to Bill Belichick when you don't have Tom Brady. Look what's happened to some other guys when they didn't have their legacy quarterback. This team, it's mediocre Mike now. Let's just be honest. Mediocrity, everybody's like, well, they haven't lost the game, had a losing season. Be happy. He'll go somewhere else. Great. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. But Shannon, the message is grown stale, and this team will not win anything else under his tutelage.
Shannon, you can say all that, but the owner's the person that has to do it. Mike Tomlin has a no trade clause. Hold it. Mike Tomlin has a no trade clause that was given to him by ownership. Mike Tomlin got an extension from the ownership. If the ownership is content with Mike Tomlin, then we ain't got nothing to say because they're the one that's paying the bill. But if the ownership is sick and tired, that's why I said it's deeper than Mike Tomlin. It's the ownership. The ownership's got to be willing to change what they change.
But but nobody can say the truth because as soon as you say the truth, everybody's like, oh, no, Tomlin's the greatest ever. And you can't say nothing bad about it.
No.
And all I'm saying is it's done. His time and his tenure is done in Pittsburgh. They need to revamp everything. Now, you're not going to change ownership, but I can't believe that they're happy right now. If they're happy, then the Steelers have lost their way.
If that's this my point, Shannon. It's obvious that they are. Because if they wouldn't, because all 30 other NFL teams would have gotten rid of the coach. Let's just listen. So it's obvious that the ownership is satisfied with what's going on. They run the team. It's their responsibility. If they're dissatisfied with Mike Tomlin, he's out the gate. If they're dissatisfied with Omar Khan and Andy Waddle, they're out the gate. So you can blame Tomlin all you want to, but he's like an enabled child. If you enable him, he's going to keep doing what he's doing because he thinks he's right. So the ownership's got to be willing to bite the bullet and change it. It can't be Tomlin. It's got to be the owners. That's what I keep saying because I hear all these people blaming Mike Tomlin. He's being enabled. We know that he's not been up to par. We know that he's mediocre, Mike. We know that he can't win a damn playoff game. These are all the things that we know. But the people that hired him just gave him a contract extension and gave him a no trade clause. So they're satisfied. So see what I'm saying? You can't blame Mike Tomlin because he's going to do what they give him the power to do. He doesn't have any power. He's not the freaking owner. The ownership's got to change. It's so that's why I'm over people blaming Mike Tomlin. It's the Rooneys. They don't give a damn.
All right, let's get back on track. I'm letting you guys have a debate back and forth for a minute. I'll just say Chuck Noll last won the Super Bowl in 1980 and left at the end of the 91 season. He coached 12 more years and had losing season. Yeah. So and that's the big G. That's the Rooneys. That was still probably was that still Art? That one Big Chief.
That was just Chief. It was Chief.
Dan. The Steelers didn't win nothing until Dan took over.
Okay.
Yeah, but when Chuck Noll's whole tenure was under Art.
Under Chief. It was under Chief.
Under Dan.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
No.
The Chief stepped away. The Chief stepped back and let Dan take over. And he hired Chuck Noll, and he got Bill Nunn, and he drafted Big Joe Green.
Oh,
and the rest is Dan Rooney's the one that made all that.
Yeah.
Art was a great man, but he was not the guy calling
he wasn't a football dude. It was Dan Rooney.
Dan Rooney was in charge of the dynasty.
Yes. Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
I thought, well, how come the Chief gets so much credit then?
Because he's the founder. He's the founder. There would be no Steeler football without. It would be no Steeler football without old man Rooney.
Right. Oh yeah.
No
he won it in a poker game.
Yeah.
And he was the cigar and the United commercials with the orphans on his knee, and we grew up with that.
Facts.
But he was more a figurehead. His son Dan is who actually run it.
Facts.
I thought early on, I thought it was passed down to Dan later, but I thought Chief started it. I thought he hired Bill Nunn and all that stuff. He wasn't a football guy, as you guys are telling me. I knew he was older once the Steelers got established when he got it, but I didn't know that he wasn't that heavily involved in the football aspect. So
Dan was the dude.
You learn something every day.
No, the
Dan
Chiefs kept guys around because they had to have jobs in the offseason, and he'd keep bad players on the team just because he cared about their family.
Sure would.
He was all hard. He was a great man, but he was
Sure
not
would.
good at football operations. And I will say one more thing. Even during all the time, the Chuck Noll in the 80s, he still won a playoff game or two here and there.
Yeah. And the chief loved Chuck Noll more than anybody. Old man Rooney loved the ground Chuck Noll walked on. Chuck Noll didn't fall out with old man Rooney. Chuck Noll fell out with Dan Rooney. He fell because Chuck Noll was loyal to his players. Chuck Noll was loyal to Terry Bradshaw and all these guys because they wanted him to get rid of Terry Bradshaw at the end of the 79 season. Chuck Noll said, "Hail to the Noll. Hail to the Noll." And he let Bradshaw walk away when he wanted to walk away.
He wasn't effective anymore because he tried to rebuild the Steelers like he did the first dynasty. It's like, we'll get Gabe Rivera, not Dan Marino. We'll get Gabe Rivera. He'll be the next Mean Joe Green. He tried to duplicate, but it didn't work again. You can't lightning in a bottle one.
So what I'm hearing from Shannon is sometimes no matter the era, the game can pass coaches by.
Exactly.
Facts.
Yes,
facts.
Exactly.
But it's got to be the ownership that makes the change. Because listen,
Bill Cowher didn't want to draft Big Ben.
Hell no, he didn't.
So see,
hell no, he didn't.
If it had to be for that, guess what? Bill Cowher, he might be an announcer, but he wouldn't have never won no Super Bowl.
Hell no, he didn't want Ben. That is fact, Shannon. So sometimes it's forced on you, but a lot of times it's got to come from ownership down. Yeah. If the Steelers need a rebuild, we know Tomlin. We know what he gonna do. He do what he do. But the issue is it's got to come from the ownership. The owner's got to say, "I'm tired of this mess. We got to do something different." If we don't, we're gonna keep doing what we do.
That's why I say you got to blow it up and start over.
Yeah,
and it's their method, modus operandi. They've got to change the way they do things from the top down.
Facts.
If not, we're going to have more of this mediocrity, and it's never going to end.
Well, I think we got GMs, Shannon. Andy Waddle and Omar Khan, we got GMs. So now where the change comes is the owner tells the coach it's time. Mm-hmm. It's because I'm telling you. Tomlin's not going to quit. He's not going to quit. And he has a no trace clause.
Yeah.
He has a no, so he's not quitting. Okay.
Well, they got to change the coaching staff and the size of the coaching staff.
Who's going to invest in that, Shannon? The owners.
Well, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
The owners.
There's no salary cap there. So.
Mm-hmm. So, no, I don't disagree with anything either of you said, both of you. I mean, sometimes it's time for a change. And, sometimes it's bigger than just one person, Big G. Like Shannon said, sometimes, and I said off what Shannon said, sometimes no matter the era, the game can pass coaches by.
Facts.
A lot of this stuff happens. And now, I'd be okay with Tomlin Lee if they trade him, got a pick or something like that, because for Mike Tomlin, for us to see, to me, how good you really had it, let him go and be good somewhere else. Take his voice somewhere else where a coach and the organization and fans want him. Hopefully, because this is where Ryan Clark is at with it too. Hopefully, he could go do that. Pittsburgh, we get our new coach, whoever that would be, whoever we want. I'm still a Steeler fan, but then we would see what it's like to be mediocre, like 4-13 mediocre. Like
you guys like.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah.
So you're riding national championships. I like West Virginia Mountaineers and ain't never won a squat. That's my team.
That 1990 team looked real good though.
Well, but they've never won. They've lost 4 games in a row, 5. I don't know what. But you know what I've seen? I've seen young guys trying hard, effort, trying. They just 81 new guys, whole new regime, everything new. But you see the effort. Then you see Scotty Fox come along, and you say, "Hey, pretty good. He's a true freshman, but he's playing hard. He's getting better." Guess what? It's encouraging. Mm-hmm. It gives you hope for the future. At least you're going in the right direction. The Steelers have been this forever. Forever.
Why did Rich Rod leave the first time? He's the guy that's back trying to do it again. It's a blast from the past.
He went to Michigan. Michigan paid him big bread.
Michigan for the big money.
Michigan paid that boy.
Championship in Michigan.
Yeah, he went to Michigan.
One of the top programs.
Yeah,
he sold them out. But
Yeah.
he's back. He's humbled. I think he can do it. But what I'm saying is you hit the rock bottom, and now they're building back up. But the Steelers refuse to hit rock bottom.
And Tate, this is why I don't agree with that. Because I saw, okay, so let me say this. The GM, if we're going to blow it up, it's critical. That's why I said Andy Waddle and Omar Khan is okay. They missed on Broderick Jones. I admit that. They totally missed.
You missed too. You missed too.
Oh, we all did. We all missed. No, yeah, okay. Like Broderick Jones is a bust. Flat out bust. Yeah, so from that point forward, they've done really well with what you look at the pieces. Okay. So if you got the GM, okay, I want you to take a trip back on memory lane, right? Chuck Noll was building something. If you go back and look at the drafts from the Pittsburgh Steelers from 1988 to 1992, you go back and look at those drafts. When the minute that Cowher got there, he had success instantaneously because he had already built up the team.
The foundation, yes.
Correct. It's the same difference how Cowher built it up for Tomlin. Tomlin built it up for Tom. So as soon as Tomlin hit the ground, he hit the ground running. So I think that they have pieces, but what they got to do is allow the GMs to really get gritty with it. They got to trade. They got to be aggressive. They got to get the pieces that they need. And some of that's being held back by the head coach. So if you bring in a new guy, the new regime is they got a lot of pieces. Let's just build what we need to get moving forward. So I don't think they're going to be on a struggle bus right away.
Key word right there is moving forward. So let's move forward. Claude with the super chat says 5-9 in the last 14 games is unacceptable. I would agree. I would agree. I mean, that's counting that 5-game losing streak. I mean, but see, my question would be with the I'm gonna get off this. All right, Afton has a good comment. Who wants to pay for a billboard in Pittsburgh asking Rooney to crack the piggy bank?
That's facts. If you want something different, you got to pay for coaches. You can't be listen. I will say this about Mike Tomlin, and people could call me a defender. I don't give a damn. Mike Tomlin does more with less than anybody.
I agree with that.
They ain't got no help. They ain't paying for nothing over there in Pittsburgh.
Let me answer this super chat from Juice. Juice is my boy. He says, can't always guarantee rebuild hit, Shannon. Examples, Jets, Browns, Titans, Falcons, Panthers. Guess what? None of them teams have ever won crap.
Facts.
They have no culture. They have no standard. They have nothing. They've never won anything. You're going to use an example of teams that ain't never won squat? No, the Steelers are better than that, or they used to be. And I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of this mediocre, and everybody's like, don't say nothing bad about him. Listen, I will tell the truth, or I won't even be on here. But listen, they're starting to look like those teams, and that's my problem.
But this the deal, Shannon. This the truth of it, right? When a culture is infused into a product from ownership, right, they can win once they get the right coach. The perfect example is the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots, Belichick was good. Even through, like, towards the end, he didn't win a bunch of games, but he still was respected. He got out of the game. They struggled with Mayo. They got Vrabel. They all the way back. They all the way back. All the way back. So that might be what needs to happen with Pittsburgh.
No,
that might
be. Happen. It's got to happen.
All right, this is a perfect time to take a break. We're gonna take a break real quick, and we'll be back, and we'll talk about the defense and what they need to do to hold their end of the complimentary football. We had like a 30-minute diatribe on coaching changes and Coach Tomlin and the Rooney's not spending money, and yeah, my fault. Went all the way off the tracks. Big G and Shannon, people said y'all been crashing out.
And ain't no crash out. It's just that's why they don't like me, because I'm gonna tell the truth. They don't like me. I don't care.
All right, we go on the break. We right back after this. And we're back on the Pump Your Brakes podcast. We had a little heated discussion. That's what we do sometimes, obviously, on the show and backstage, and everybody sharing their opinion. No problem with that. The live chat, us included. So it's all comes from a place of Steeler passion. No matter your perspective, it's all Steeler passion.
Facts.
Let's talk about this now. We talking about this season, this next 8 games coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Get to see a complete game from all sides, all facets, all 3 phases of the game. We haven't seen it. So Shannon touched on the offense somewhat, Big G. You go tell me what you think needs to happen defensively, as far as defense doing their part and showing some consistency in this effort to play complementary football all around the horn. What do you think?
Well, the next game for the Cincinnati Bengals, we got to play press man coverage. We have to. The only way we're going to stop them or slow them up is press man coverage. And I think we will continue to get the consistency out of the defensive line and the edges. The defensive line and the edges have been playing better and better and better every week for the last several weeks. I see Harmon playing better. I see Hayward's up to standard. I see Black getting some good snaps. I see Highsmith finally playing football. Herbig playing football. Sawyer's getting good snaps. Watts playing well. Wilson's playing better. Queen's playing better. Harrison's playing better. So in order for us to be successful, we have to play press man. You got to take the chance to do it. 1001, 1002. I don't care if you even freaking hold Jamar Chase and whatever. Just don't let him catch the damn ball. I'll take a holding penalty. I don't give a damn. I'll take it. But you play your chances by putting Flacco on the ground. You cannot be 9 or 10 yards off the line of scrimmage and let Flacco look out there and see Jamar Chase, because he's going to stand straight up and throw the ball. He's going to stand straight freaking up and throw the ball every time.
Big G, real quick, let me just ask this question as you continue on with what you're assessing.
Mm-hmm.
What, between the last Bengal game and this Bengal game, what does the defense need to do different as far as scheme? What do you want to see as far as what players need to play more or didn't play enough or wasn't healthy last time? What are you looking for?
No cover 2. I mean, cover 2 should be a minimal. Cover 2. We don't need to play no cover 2.
Did they play cover 2 against the Colts? Isn't that what they had successfully?
No, they played a 3-4. They had a 4-3 look, and then
they had 2 deep though.
They had 2 deep, but they played a 3-4. Played a 4-3, and it looked like a 3-4 because their short game was better than anybody. They was going to Jalen Warren and all whatever else, and they said, Patrick Ramsey, you got Warren. And then they said, okay, our back end guys can hold up against Pittman and Pierce.
You just said 5 different people. You said Jalen somebody, and you said Patrick Ramsey, who used to be a quarterback.
Jalen Ramsey held up against Warren.
Jalen Ramsey, okay.
The back end held up against Pierce and Pittman. Their main guy was and they took the inside passing lanes away from the Colts with Danny Dimes. That's why Peyton Wilson was knocking passes down. Sawyer was knocking passes down. That's what they were doing.
One thing I got to point out, Pierce and Pittman had 100 yards that game.
That's most of them was in garbage time. They had 362 yards receiving, but most of them was in garbage time.
Pierce had it right at almost 100 in the first half.
Correct. But Shannon, that's the NFL now. That's that. Listen.
I'm just saying they took Warren away. They took Taylor away. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Let the other guys beat you, but don't let them guys beat you.
I think Taylor and Warren are their 2 biggest weapons.
Yeah,
that's facts.
They took them away. So
they took them away. Right.
That's facts. So in this game, their biggest weapons are Higgins and Chase. Press man. 1001, 1002. Give those guys an opportunity to get to Flacco. Flacco does not like pressure directly in his face. He can deal with the pressure on the outside because he'll quick game you to death. But if you're pushing him this way, he don't like that. So they got to push him in the middle. Which ultimately will lead to the edges, because there's no excuse that the Pittsburgh Steelers, with our front interior defensive line, didn't get but 1 sack on him last time we played. What? Hell no. They got so I'll take a 5-yard. I'll take a PI. I don't care. I'm not letting Jamar Chase get 16 freaking catches.
You don't got to worry about
Doing that.
JPJ will get you that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't care. I could care less because it's going to be a time or two where the ball's going to pop up in the air. Somebody's going to get a deflection. Something's going to happen. So I'm going to take my chances with that versus playing off-man press and letting Flacco literally look. And like, you guys ain't going to roll up on Jamar Chase, the best wide receiver in the NFL, hike, throw the ball right out there. That's what they did.
And not only the best receiver, the best run after catch, the best yak yard receiver in the league.
It's press man, baby. It's press man or nothing.
Shannon, your thoughts on what the defense needs to do to be more consistent, not just for this game scheme wise, but for the rest of the season, so we can see some consistent football. What do you think needs to happen?
The Steelers tried to address this, wanted to play press. Slay, not every signing works. Slay's done. He can't do it anymore.
Facts.
He could play, give you some snaps just like Pierre, but neither guy can play that press. JPJ's not trusting his ability, and he's being too handsy. Maybe Samuel coming in, if we got to see what he can do, but maybe he can come in and give him some good reps. They're going to have to, maybe give up something.
Do you like that signing of Samuels? You like it?
I like it because he's 26, and I'm thinking beyond this year. Mm-hmm. So I'm not worried about this year. I just told you I'm done. So I would like to see the linebackers. I'd like to change it around so we can get some guys in those slant passing lanes, even if it means you give up something over the middle from time to time. But you can't let it be Chase and Higgins destroying you. You have to make somebody else do it. Mm-hmm. And hope they drop a pass or they fumble or they whatever. And in the process, you have to stop Brown this time. You can't let him have 100 yards again. Mm-hmm. Because everything, Flacco, if he has a running game too, he'll eat him alive.
Yeah.
So to me, I like Duggar having him this time. Mm-hmm. And I like Ramsey being at safety. Mm-hmm. And I think Ramsey could, get him a pick this game. Especially if he tries to force something. But they got to fall into them slants and then passing. It can't be pitch and catch the whole game. If it is, they're going to lose again.
Shannon, the whole game is how long can James Pierre hold up? The Pierre LaPue, for y'all that don't know, number 42. How long? Because he's starting at corner this week. So how long can he hold up? If he can hold up, we're going to be all right. What'll be diabolical if he don't hold up, and then we got to move Ramsey back on the outside, and then maybe if Peppers is healthy enough, we can see what Peppers and Duggar looks like. But if Pierre LaPue can't hold up, we in trouble. We in trouble, man.
Hey, Shannon, go ahead and answer Pun's question.
Said Shannon, tell these guys Beanie couldn't do any worse than Slay, Eccles, or JPJ have done this season. I think that he could have definitely done what Slay's done. Eccles did good. He wasn't good against the Chargers, but I think he's been solid all year.
We said that last.
Yeah, I think JPJ he's got all the talent and the length. He just don't trust his technique. So that's coaching.
Those are two things we said. Coaches had Alexander. I heard him say it. Gerald Alexander, the DB coach, said we're working on JPJ with that to trust his talent. So coaches are saying it. Gerald, whatever the coach's name was last year, on Hard Knocks, we heard him say it.
But see, that goes back to coaching, even the head coach. And here's why: if you watch, Bill Cowher did talked about when he first got Big Ben, and he said he was telling Ben, "You don't need to play hero ball. Don't always be winging it down the field." When he won his first 15 games or whatever, he said he was swinging, and he said, "Take the check down," and trying to develop him. And Ben didn't want to hear it. Ben liked to play backyard football. So he went to Weisenhunt, and he told him, he said, "Hey, kid," he said, "I'll be the bad cop. You be the good cop and keep his confidence up, but try to get him to check down a little more, help him grow as a quarterback." But see, the coaching staff worked in cohesion to develop a superstar player who had superstar talent. That's what we're not seeing now. We're not developing young talent because, like I said, if they make a mistake, they're in the doghouse and they never get out. So it's a lot of problems there. But I still believe that, yes, Beanie could still offer them something. He knows the system, but I think they're punishing him because of some things he said.
Beanie ain't even with the team no more.
I know, but I think they punished him because of something he said.
Yeah, Beanie ain't with the team no more.
Did he get signed somewhere or picked up?
He on the street.
Not as far as I know, no.
He on the street. So
kind of should have just been quiet if that was the case. Then I heard one time he asked for his release, but I don't think. I mean, maybe better than Slay this year, but that's a $10 million decision right there. So they're not gonna cut Slay or put Slay to the practice squad. Nope. They have to bring Beanie Bishop up. I think Eccles, and he's not even close to Joey Porter Jr. You may be mad at some of the penalties and stuff like that, but as a talent, Beanie Bishop can't touch Joey Porter Jr. Eccles has played good this year. Beanie wouldn't have outplayed him with the ability to play slot and outside. That's what Eccles brings. Eccles can play slot and outside.
Mm-hmm.
And Slay, he can maybe outplay what Slay's been this year, but Slay makes $10 million. So there you go to all three of them. That's in my opinion, and I liked everything Beanie did. So Beanie was forcing the action, did for us. Beanie was forcing the action last year, got an opportunity and took advantage of it. And he happened to be kind of like, think about all the interceptions that Dante Jackson had last year. He really wasn't that good, but he had like 6 interceptions last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what you think about Dante Jackson is he would not even try to tackle.
No,
I mean he olayed everybody.
And you getting the same thing out of Slay.
Yeah, and we got to. I warn everybody now. Amari Samuel Jr. He's not known for his tackling. He's a good cover guy, but he's not a hitter. So get prepared.
I mean, but that's the whole point when you play in press. When you're the ideology of press man is don't let him catch the freaking ball. And I'm going to hold up long enough to let my defensive tackles and my edge rushers get to the quarterback.
But
so he's going to be way better.
Yeah. Defense too.
Yeah, but not I mean, I get that, but not if you just got to hold up.
You just got to hold up. But you pay some guys to cover, and you pay some guys to be all around. Not Eccles. Samuel obviously is a cover guy, right?
Yes, he is.
He's a cover guy. I mean, I think every corner will tackle, but how many corners are good tacklers and not necessarily physical in the run? You know what I mean?
Perfect example, Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner couldn't tackle nobody, but he can play. That's why the coach went and got him, because they all in. They said, okay, we need somebody that can shut down other team's number one wide receiver, Sauce, because our defensive line and our defensive tackles gonna get home. They're gonna get home.
I'm trying to think of the corners that are really good. I mean, Patrick Surtain he's great. I don't know. I don't watch the tape. Is he a good tackler?
He's the best tackler. He's the best tackling corner in the league.
Okay, he's the most complete corner in the league.
Him and Curl, the cornerback from the Rams. They're the best tackling corners in the league. Tackling corners.
What about Stingley Jr.?
He can be, but he likes to run. Stingley likes to run and mix it up and bump and knock passes down and all whatever else. That's his game.
But he can be physical and tackle.
Yeah, he can be.
Okay. No, I'm just wondering. I think you get that out of Joey, and I think Eccles does that. So if Asante Samuel can cover, he has to, clip somebody's ankles, grab them, go low and tackle. If he can cover and help minimize what production is produced out the passing game for the opponent, and he's not the best tackler, but is capable, it can't be worse than Slay out there. Cannot be worse than Slay.
Yeah,
Slay gets hurt every other play.
Yeah, Slay's horrible.
He has to go out of the game. Slay's down. Down.
Shannon, Ben Gay, Slay.
Big A Slay.
Ben Gay Slay.
Lays down. It's Slay lays.
Ben Gay Slay out there trying to get Ben Gay rubbed in because he's geriatric. He's a geriatric.
Lastly,
you're the guys on the sideline. Slay's in the blue tent again. Slay's in the blue tent again.
Ben Gay Slay, baby. Ben Gay Slay.
Yeah, he's older. Let's see. Steelers Freak 1960 said JPJ overhyped before playing. Fans wanted to believe they are Hall of Famers because it takes the caliber of players. Because it takes that caliber of players for rings. I think JPJ is good. I think he's very good. I mean, the only corner I would have took over him in that draft is Gonzalez that plays for the Patriots, right?
Facts.
Yeah, when he's healthy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have took him, but other than that, I would have took Porter Jr. come out of Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and he's still young. I think it's still time. I think he's still time. I think he'll be okay. Now, would still have to pay him a big second contract? Maybe not. Maybe he's played himself into playing into a affordable contract, short 2 or 3 years, and then after that next one, he's really ascended and he's ready to be one of those guys.
Here's a quick observation about coaching and development. JPJ's weakness now is the same as it was when he come out of college. He's got great length. He's got a good enough speed. He's improved his tackling. He's a better tackler now than he was when he came in, but he's still ultimately handsy, and that he could get a pass interference on every route because he grabs at the last second because he don't trust himself. And
well, hell, Shannon, he's been doing that since high school, though, Shannon.
Huh?
He's been doing that since high school.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He hasn't developed because we don't know how to develop corners. Yeah,
but Shannon, he's got the same game that he had in high school that he had at Penn State that he has in Pittsburgh. So I get about the development, but dog, he's played the same since high school. Ohio State recruited him big time. I was like, hell no. I said he's too handsy because our corners at Ohio State aren't handsy outside of this new diabolical Espinosa.
About to say,
this diabolical Espinosa.
He's prototypical with the size, the speed, the length, all that. But he gets interference calls.
Sure do.
But I would take him in the third round though.
Sure would.
Like Shannon said though, you need to develop him though. If you had that,
there's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all right. So special teams. I mean, Danny Smith is a great coach. I don't think they have a problem with special teams coaching. Special teams then laid some bad plays on the field. As far as the Caleb Johnson mishap and gave up a touchdown. It didn't matter much as of the day. Williams fumbled. He in
a doghouse right now.
Yeah, he could be. I don't know if Calvin Austin's. See,
I heard what Thomas said in the press conference. He in the doghouse.
I think, but he didn't commit to not whether he would be back out there this week. I think if we had got a receiver, then Calvin Austin wouldn't be wide receiver 2, and Calvin Austin would be back. He'd be a 3 or a 4. He'd be back there running punts back.
But it's gonna be interesting to see what Van Der Scouting do this week. It's gonna be interesting because I think Van Der Scouting gonna be on the field a whole lot.
Yeah. Okay. So we got who is this? Helter Skelter says Danny Smith sucks. Y'all think Danny Smith sucks?
Dan Smith. Who the hell he talking about?
The special teams coach.
Oh no, hell no. He the best coach we got.
He's one of the best special team coaches in the league. Ask him.
Hell no. He's one of the best coaches out there. For real. I don't know where
I think they're missing Killebrew though.
Yeah.
I mean, Killebrew good for a block kick or block punt. We haven't had that.
But this takes me full circle. Every position in our team, we do more with less. We had to go get Williams off the street to bring him in to be a punt returner, kickoff returner. And every other team's got a designated dude the minute they hit the camp. We had to go get Williams off the street to have him come in and have any explosiveness. That's more with less.
I said this what Paradoxy is saying earlier in the season. I said, give him a shot. You can't hurt nothing. I mean, Claypool's a big body. You were saying that then. But what do you got to lose? You don't have nobody now, and you can't trade for nobody.
Go get Amari Cooper.
Man, let Amari Cooper. That's Slate 2.0 on offense.
Go get Amari. Go get Tyler Boyd. Hell, I take either one of them before Claypool.
Hey, So at the end of the day, man, we need the Steelers. If we want to control our own destiny, we still play the Ravens twice. The Ravens are a game behind us. I haven't given up on the season. It looks bad some weeks. It looks like, oh, I see some other weeks. But let me see some consistent football from all phases of the team, offense, defense, special teams. Let me see some consistency strung together in a couple 2-3 game streak where everybody just plays error-free football, penalty-free, mistake-free, execute. Let's see that. You know what, Shannon? Everything I just said, that might be coaching too right there, right? You know what I mean? All that stuff I just said, I listened to myself. But let's see if we can string that together. And I think we'll just see. I mean, it's 5-4, leading the division, maybe the worst division of football because of injuries. But I think we go this. We're 1-1 in division, and everything's out in front. So I just want to see a clean game. Well, what do you guys think? And we'll give our predictions for a score this week.
Listen, I think that they have the ability to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. They do. But the game plan.
I think they have the ability to beat anybody and to beat the Colts and the Patriots are the top two teams. And the Denver Broncos don't scare me because I don't trust Bo Nix. The AFC is wide open still is what I'm getting at.
Okay. I think they have the ability to beat the Bengals. The issue is going to be, what do you do from a schematic standpoint? It all comes down to schematics. What do you do from a defensive standpoint? You play press man, get after Joe Flacco, stop the run. What do you do from an offensive standpoint? You have to throw the ball to Darnell Washington. You have to include Jaylen Warren into the game plan. He's got to get 20 to 25 touches. Darnell Washington needs 4 to 7 targets. You have to be willing to stretch the field and throw the ball to C.A. Calvin Austin III. We might get a blessing in disguise because right now Broderick Jones didn't practice because he got a groin issue. So you might get a better left tackle in there that can hold up for a little bit. And we might have a blessing in disguise.
He said the starter getting hurt is a blessing in disguise.
Broderick Jones is freaking trash. He's trash. You might have a blessing in disguise. Run Pete out there, tackle. Hell, do something different. But because he can't play left tackle, he can't. Short bus Jones is horrible.
Short bus. Keep it quick. Go ahead. We gotta go to Shannon now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shannon, your thoughts. Lastly on the game, then I'll go first. We'll go around the horn picking the score, prediction.
Like I said, my opinion's well known. I hope they was as embarrassed Sunday night as we all were. I hope they were embarrassed about what happened in Cincinnati, and they come out and TJ Watt shows up and some other guys show up, and they at least split the season series. I'm just hoping because I expect them to maybe win 2 or 3 more games this year. So you got to have the losing record for the first time in Tomlin's tenure.
Oh yeah, as of right now.
Oh yeah.
So okay, so 5 wins right now. They can't get 4 more out of 8. Can't win half the game.
No, I said about 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they won't get to 9.
I'm hoping they can pull off 3 more.
Okay. Well, I said what I said. I'll say my score prediction for this week, and it seems like when their back is against the wall and when they play a semi-decent game, not a complete game, a semi-decent game, they come out the next week again and lay an egg, right? This has been obviously Claude put up something about 5-14 or 5-9 in the last 14 games, including the last 5 games of last year, and I guess where we're at now, which would be 5-9. That's what he's counting. I mean, but if you count the whole season, last season, whole season, this season is a winning record. So you can make numbers look however you want to make them look. But I think the Steelers go out there and get it done this week. Hopefully the time of possession, ball control, Jaylen Warren, what you said, Big G, give him touches. And I said that on the prior show. I'd say right now, because DK has been taken out the game, just like they schemed TJ Watt on defense, DK is being schemed out on offense. And I think they need to commit to the run, commit to the short passing game, to the backs out the backfield. Let me see a wheel route. Run Kenneth Gainwell or Jaylen Warren on a wheel route. Let's see some 2-back sets with both those guys in. You know what I mean? Do something different. And I think that I'm not saying they will do that, but I think the Steelers win this game 24-14.
Shannon.
Well, what I want to see happen or what I believe is going to happen is irrelevant. So I'm going to say what I think. I think the Steelers lose 31-28.
Shannon about to start another streak for us. Good looking out, Shannon.
I hope. I'll do it every week if it'll work.
So number one, Pittsburgh plays the Panthers play Notre Dame, right? On Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Ain't that game in Acrisure?
It's a home game for Pitt, so I guess it got to be.
That field is going to be a trash. That field is going to be horrible, bro. You hear me? I'm talking about horrible. Which, if the Steelers commit to the running game, it benefits them. If they commit to the running game, Jaylen Warren gets the ball, 20 carries. I need 20 carries out of him, and they commit to the running game. You have an opportunity to keep it close because the Bengals are skilled at wide receiver. Wide receivers be slipping in routes. Messy stuff happens, A, B, C, and D. Press man, and run the ball. Throw the ball to Washington. Throw the ball to Freiermuth. Take an opportunity every now and then to throw the ball to DK. He shouldn't be your primary. Not this game. If they do those things, the Steelers can win the game. I'm not looking for a whole lot of points. I'm going to say Pittsburgh wins the game 24-21. 24-21 Pittsburgh if they commit to those things. But the minute I see Aaron Rodgers audibling, the minute I see off-man coverage from the corners, the game's going to go the other way quick. It's going to go the other way quick. That's how they got to play to win this game. But they can win 24-21.
Okay. So with that being said, fellas, we'll go ahead and get out of here. It was a fun, passionate, explosive episode.
Facts.
We got a lot of different opinions out here. Nothing wrong with it. Have fun with it. We appreciate the live chat, all your opinions and comments and everybody.
Claude threw you under the bus, Tate. Claude threw you under the bus.
Okay. That ain't new for Claude. I don't even know what he said. I don't see the comments.
He said, thanks a lot, Tate, for not reading my super chat.
Oh, I didn't see it.
And gave you a trash emoji.
Oh, there you go. Claude, I said the same thing. I definitely not going to ignore no super chat, but if it was a free chat and I agreed with it, I'd put it up. So, yeah. Claude said Danny Smith is the only coach worth keeping. So, yeah,
I'm not going to argue with that.
I didn't ignore it, Claude. I just didn't see it.
I was just stirring the pot, Tate. That's all I was doing.
I'm glad you did. Not because I care with Claude throwing me under the bus. I just don't want to miss a super chat. You know? So thanks, Claude. Appreciate it.
Claude pulled an Aaron Rodgers.
What'd he do?
He threw you under the bus.
Oh, that was New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, folks, we're going to get out of here until next week. Have fun. We'll see what happens this week. Tap in tomorrow. Myself, Big G, and Ma to be doing our Pick'em show. Right? Big Noon Pick'em. That's tomorrow. Currently, I'm winning by. No, I just won't put no number on. I'm winning the most. My picks are. I got the highest amount of picks right this year, Big G.
You up one. Stop that diabolical mess.
No, hey, I don't know. I know how you be acting when you be up. You don't put no numbers on it.
Yeah, I just say I'm the winner.
And then Friday night we got the homies, myself, Pay, B Dirt. We're gonna talk about the AFC North, all AFC North matchup this week. Talk about the Bengals, Steelers, and the Ravens, Brown more in depth, and make all our picks of the Week 11 schedule. Tap in for that, and we'll see you guys over the course of the weekend. After the Steeler game, me and Big G will be back for our 2-minute warning post game with Afton and Curb. we just go from there. So thanks everybody for tapping in. See you guys next week. Shannon, if you didn't lose your voice from going back and forth with Big G, man, please take us home the old school way.
Woo!
And we out.
Let's go.
Mamba out.
Y'all come back now. Here